at the 6:30 ABC game. Number 9, LSU at number 4, Clemson, Memorial Stadium in Clemson, South Carolina. Clemson's a 4-point favorite, 57.5 over under. What do we have for this one? Can Dabo take them back? No, I'm sorry, let me stop there. Clemson's ranked number 4 in the preseason poll. When have they been a top 5 team since Trevor Lawrence and them have left? When have they been? When have you said, "Yep, them"? Like, okay, well,
Well, I tell you what, it's real this year. Cade Klubnik is up there on everybody's Heisman poll preseason. They have one of the most talented returning rosters in all of college football from last year to this year, according to advanced analytics that take into account production as well as overall like high school grade and things like that. So they are one of the most talented teams in the country returning in Clemson. And you do get an LSU team at home that, let's be honest, man, LSU at 9, they're beginning to be like USC. Chase, you
come
hate
on.
how USC is always ranked preseason, whatever. They're always propped up. They're not this year. But
Nope.
you hate how that's what happened. That's LSU now. Listen, Brian Kelly cannot win the big games, right? Obviously he beat Alabama in year 1. That's a big game, right? But he has struggled throughout his entire career. And not only has he struggled throughout his entire career at big games, what about week 1 games? All right. He is terrible, especially when he's been at LSU. He has not won a week 1 game at LSU, right? And now you got to travel to Death Valley, the other Death Valley that's not you, but the other one that's in South Carolina, to play a top 5 Clemson team that has one of the best rosters in all of college football and a Heisman contender at quarterback. Give me LSU to win this game. I'm going off the walls here. A lot of people are hammering Clemson on this game, simply because of Cade Klubnik, simply because of all the returning production from last year, and also not in LSU's favor, the whole Brian Kelly thing, not being able to win in week 1. I'm falling into the hype here with LSU. I don't think LSU is going to be a top 10 team at the end of the year, but I like LSU to win this game. I don't know why. I honestly, if you ask me tomorrow, I'm picking Clemson. But for some reason, I'm going LSU right here, right now in this top 10 matchup on ABC.
Well, guys, if you go to the ESPN page online and you go to LSU's homepage on there or whatnot, it says first in the SEC. It's probably because they haven't played any games in the SEC. And it's probably the last time you'll ever see that for LSU this season. LSU is just not a good team. Haven't been a good team. He hasn't been a good team. LSU has not won an opening football game of a season since 2019. What they do in 2019? Oh, won the national championship. But mind you, even so, since Brian Kelly's been there, it's been 24-23 the Florida State loss, 45-24 Florida State loss, and then last season 27-20 loss against USC. It's just not been good. Now, they do have Nussmeier back. That's good. Now, there was a little bit of a rumor, though, coming out of camp that he potentially tore a ligament in his knee. They talked ACL potentially. I've heard other ones like MCL or something. I'm not sure his full availability. I think it would have already come out by now that he tore something. So I think he should be ready to go. But at the end of the day, I absolutely hate this game. I hate it because it is both teams that I think don't deserve any recognition inside the top 15, and we gave both of them top 10 spots, mind you. Like, this is just like, what is that Twitter account? The Sickos Committee or whatever? That's what one of these games are. It's just nasty. Just absolute. What has Dabo Sweeney done since 2020? What has Brian Kelly done in any part of his career? Both of them are about the same thing, nothing. And it just burns me a new one that we're sitting here on week 1 talking about a top 10 matchup. This is the equivalent of Florida State playing Florida State in week 1 last year. This is what this is. And it just pisses because somebody has to win this game. And that's what really irks me. Clemson was a decent team last year. LSU wasn't really. I mean, they beat the teams they needed to. That was about it. But Clemson, let me get to their schedule just real quick, real quick. Um, I've always been a faithful guy of Cade Klubnik. I've always thought he's going to be a really good quarterback. He's just never really produced. Lost to Georgia pretty big, lost to Louisville for some reason, and lost to South Carolina. You beat SMU at the end of the season. You lost to Texas in the college football playoffs in the first round, but you didn't play anybody else big. You didn't get to play Miami. You didn't get to play.
I wish we could have got that game last year.
Yeah, you didn't get Miami with Cam Ward. Like, well, you didn't beat anybody significant. You beat up Pittsburgh by 4. You beat Wake Forest. You beat Florida State by 16. Oh my gosh, Stanford too. Wow, I'm riveting. They're top 4. So somebody's got to win. I'm going Clemson. Because somebody has to win, and just Brian Kelly is just I can't stand him. I don't think he deserves
either.
the job. I don't think he deserves the job at all, at all. And so I've always been faithful about, man, I hope Dabo reaches the top again. I do. I've always been, man, Dabo's a good coach. He can do it. He can build the team. We've seen him build the teams, and now it's just been there's just no faith because we keep relying on what he did from 2015 to 2020. It's just not there anymore, you know. So I'm going to take Clemson. Hopefully, Dabo can do it again, but somebody's got to win, and this is going to be an ugly one. It's going to be like 21-18. I don't know. There's going to be like 4 safeties. I don't know. Something weird's going to happen. It's going to be nasty. So I'll take Clemson.
I would think that Quinn would take LSU, but I don't know.
This is a weird
one.
one.
Tough one. This is a tough one.